Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Yorkshire Dales for part 2 of my exploring wildlife in the Yorkshire Dales. Now, if you've not seen part 1, episode 1, however you want to call it, I'll put a link up at the end of the video, but stick around, we've got something really interesting to come, hopefully, and I'm actually going to be managing to capture a first for me. So yeah, let's go see if we can find them. Okay, so those who may have guessed it from the view in that first clip, my location today is one of my favourite places. As people who have followed the channel for a while will know, we are at the beautiful West Burton Falls. Now, I love this place. It is absolutely magical, and those who followed my landscape journey know, see if we can get more light, there we go, that I was very much big on waterfalls. However, West Burton might be about to produce something for the wildlife photography which will just make this place even better for me. I'm smiling because I just always feel so happy being here. However, it's going to be quite difficult to spot what I'm after. Now, Ryan came down here, which is kind of what gave me the idea for when I was planning on coming down. Dipper. It's the dippers. There's already one out. Oh, magical. Is that a dipper? That actually might be a great wagtail. I need to get that through the camera so I can get a closer view. But yeah, thanks to Ryan, who came up here to do an exploration and photograph dippers. I wanted to tag it on because my next video, my last from my Yorkshire Dales trip, is the whole reason I've actually come up here. So knowing that the dippers are here just made it an obvious choice for tagging on. So yeah, let's go find some dippers. Okay, so no more bird sightings at the moment. Apologies about the noise, I'm literally sat next to some rushing water. Now, yeah, I wasn't sure if that was a wagtail or not. I've not long woken up, to be fair. Could have been a wagtail, could have been a dipper. It was just a little bit too far away and my eyes aren't exactly in tune with everything at the moment. So, yeah, so dippers then. There's something above me that keeps making a lot of noise as well. I don't know if you can hear it over the sound of the water, but the thing with dippers is they're not migratory birds, and as a result it means it gives us a great opportunity to come back to locations like this once we know that there's actually some here. It would also be a prime place for things like wagtails and stuff as well. Now, I love West Burton, as I said before. The place is absolutely beautiful, so if you throw in that element of wildlife photography as well, I'll be over the moon. It really is the ideal place as well for dippers. They like to be in fast-flowing water, which is perfect when you think things like waterfalls. There's another area up here where dippers are known to actually be as well. And if I'm having no success here at all, it's tempting to swing in that way, but time is very limited. Partially because the fact that sunset is at 6 o'clock. And also, it is another dingy day. We're supposed to have sunny intervals, and at the moment, the sky is just full of thick white cloud, which is blocking out a lot of the light. And when you consider as well that we're in kind of a valley surrounded by trees, light is very, very limited. So yeah, it's going to be a tough one. Could have done with a bit more light, especially as well because dippers are quite sort of rapid birds. So I really would like a fast shutter speed. I've got the aperture down at f6.3, which is at the longest length of the Sony 200-600. That is the widest aperture that I can go to. So yeah, kind of a bit restricted in that respect. Auto ISO, and I can adjust the ISO in Lightroom later on, or the noise I should say. So yeah, stick around here for a bit, may go for a wander just to see if there's any better locations, any sightings of them at all. The first bird that I saw was actually just over on this side, which is why I parked up here. So yeah, early morning starts don't suit me, but yeah, it's going to require a lot of patience, so I'm happy just to sit here for a while. Okay, so no dippers at the moment, which is a real shame because it's what I came down here for. But I still have time, and I'm hoping just to at least get one sighting. Now again, apologies about the noise, the waterfall is literally just there. Now I've come around to the other side of the river and the other side of the falls to try and get some better, that's a leaf, some better visibility. I can see a lot further down the river. I can see in amongst the rocks and stuff. However, even if I don't see dippers, I will not be going home disappointed today. I've just had an absolutely fantastic showing with a grey wagtail. I think initially when we came down here and I saw that first bird, I think that was the grey wagtail. He's very present. He's in absolutely beautiful colour at the moment as well, really vibrant. And he was just hopping along the rocks. At one point he was having a wash and I managed to get some B-roll through the Sony, which has allowed me to actually demonstrate the, I want to say the difficulty with actually getting these shots off. A lot of the shots I was taking were at ISO 12,800, which is the cap that I have set on the auto ISO. At one point I stopped the shutter down. He was quite still for a little while on a different set of rocks, and I managed to stop the shutter down to I think 1/200th of a second and utilised the A1's 20 frames a second when shooting in RAW to try and bag that absolute sharp shot. It's a little bit of a machine gun practice, a fire and hope in that respect, just to try and get that frozen moment at 1/200th of a second to get a sharp shot that's not as noisy. So what I'm going to do then is I'll stick all of that up and yeah, let you enjoy those shots and that bit of B-roll as well. Hopefully if the B-rolls come out all right. Obviously stopping the shutter down so low and hand holding might be a little bit jerky, but we will see. So yeah, as I say, even if I see no dippers, I'll go home happy that I at least have that. I absolutely adore grey wagtails. I think they're beautiful, and it's something different from the more common pied wagtails that we tend to sort of see around us. So yeah, happy days. I'm going to get back to the photography now. Hopefully, fingers crossed, some dippers actually turn up before I have to shimmy on over to the last location for my little trip up here. So yeah, let's go see if we can get some more pictures.
Thank you.
So really not a bad place to call the office for a morning. Yeah, sadly no luck with the dippers though. I have a feeling if we came around breeding season, sort of March, April, May time, there might be a bit more success. They might be a bit more present, especially if they've got young. Obviously they'll be out feeding and things. So yeah, all is not lost though, because of that amazing session I had with that grey wagtail. Now, obviously he spent quite a bit of time up on the rocks and stuff, which allowed me to get a real variety of shots. However, since then, had a lot of people turn up, some dog walkers with the dogs running around in the rivers and the pool at the bottom of the falls. Lots of people coming around to take selfies and stuff with the waterfall. Can't blame them, it's absolutely beautiful. We've had some wild swims and stuff as well. So the wildlife just isn't there for me this morning. It's still a great place to spend a couple of hours, I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, I love this place, absolutely love it. It's such easy access as well. So yeah, well, I'm gonna sign out for this video because it's now, yeah, time's are ticking. As I say, with this weather and stuff, I'm not overly hopeful that I'm gonna get as long on my last location as I want to, but it still should be a really good one. Now, on that basis, if you haven't, do give us a subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get an update as to when that video drops. Now, if you have liked this one, give us the old thumbs up, and don't forget, I'll post a link up at the end of this video so you can go check out last week's from my first video from the Yorkshire Dales. And all that's left for me to say then is, this is Mike out. Take care and be safe, everyone. Peace.